So today I'm jumping into True Detective. Heya, my name's Andy and welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to be jumping into True Detective for the first time. Now, I don't know anything about this aside from the fact that it's got Matthew McConaughey in it, and the only thing I've ever seen him in is Interstellar. I've obviously heard of him before I watched that, but I'd never actually seen him in anything. I don't know what it's about, I don't think. I mean, the title suggests it's a kind of detective show. So I'm guessing they're going to be investigating some sort of crime situation. But aside from that, I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know that's just an assumption. It might be nothing to do with detectives at all. But that's what I'm going to assume. One thing to say before we do get into it though, is I am only going to be reacting to season 1. I'm not planning on doing any other seasons, so I just want to get that out there before we dive into this. But anyway, before I did start the episode, I did just want to say that if you are into full-length reactions or you want to get early access to edited videos, you can find the link to my Patreon in the description below. Over there you'll find the full length for everything I've got on the channel, so if that's something that interests you, go check it out. Otherwise, let's jump into this. This is True Detective, Season 1, Episode 1. It's probably going to take me a while to kind of get into who's who and what's going on and stuff, so if I don't say a lot in this episode, that will be why. I always find the first episodes of any new show quite kind of, I was going to say difficult, but not difficult, just like, I feel like you concentrate more because you're trying to take in all the new information, which is great, but not so much when you're actually reacting to stuff. Okay. That does not seem good at all. The music is very ominous, by the way. I say music, it wasn't really music, was it? But, you know.
Well, you don't pick your parents and you don't pick your partner. You know, they used to call him the tax man for a while. He come out of Texas, so nobody knew him. Took 3 months till we got him over to the house for dinner, around our big 419. That's what you all want to hear about, right? Dora Lang, kids in the woods.
Talk about Cole. We heard some stories.
Cole.
Yeah. When we finally got him over to the house, poor bastard looked like he was on his way to the firing squad.
A cult, ritual, murder. You can thank the advertiser for that.
Okay, so he's Cole.
Oh, you assholes. You want to hear this or not?
Big hug mug.
It was January the 3rd, 1995, my daughter's birthday. I remember.
God. Okay. I'm not sure if I should be taking notes or not. I feel like I probably should be. Okay, so this is like a flashback.
Hart and Cole, state CID.
Part.
Keep me here, let's tape off this road and give me your log.
Oh, good grief.
Them symbols is satanic.
ID?
No, sir.
523. Investigators assist on that 419. All you can spare for a canvas.
Multiple shallow stab wounds to the abdomen. She'd been on her back a while before he moved her.
The rest of us had these little notepads or something. He had this big ledger. Looked funny walking door to door with it.
I mean, you never know what the thing's gonna be, do you? A little detail somewhere way down the line.
I mean, yeah.
You know, I've seen all the different types. We all fit a certain category. Any of those types could be a good detective, and any of those types could be an incompetent shitheel.
Which type were you?
Oh, I was just a regular type dude with a big-ass dick.
This is a very interesting way of telling the story.
I was all right, better than some, but, you know, I knew how to talk to people. Rust, now his Texas files were classified or redacted, and he wasn't big on talking.
Oh God, why is he drawing that?
He was smart. Second week we were together, I saw where he was living. Kind of made me feel for the guy.
I'd offer you a seat, but,
Oh. He has none.
Past a certain age, a man without a family can be a bad thing.
Yeah, the drawing I'm not quite understanding, because surely they could just take a photo.
We'd encountered a metapsychotic. We tried to explain to Marty what metapsychotic was.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen again, or it's happened before. Both. It's fantasy enactment, ritual, fetishization, iconography. Her body is a paraphilic love map.
Oh, lovely.
You get that from one of your books?
I did. There's decent odds she was a prost.
You got a chapter in one of those books on jumping to conclusions? You attach an assumption to a piece of evidence, you start to bend the narrative to support it.
Wait and see on the ID.
That's a fair point, though.
I guarantee this wasn't his first. It's too specific.
Listen, this is a stupid time to mention this, but you gotta come to dinner. Can't put Maggie off anymore, so you just gotta.
All right.
Has he asked him before? Maybe?
Thinking about Marty's wife and his 2 kids, and how it's my daughter's birthday, and I know there's nothing I can do about it. I'm gonna have a drink.
You're gonna meet him. I gotta get the door.
Right, okay, so is he... Oh dear. Alcoholic?
Today, that scene, that is the most fucked up thing I ever caught. You're Christian, yeah?
No.
What do you got the cross for in your apartment?
It's a form of meditation.
But you're not a Christian, so what do you believe?
I believe that people shouldn't talk about this type of shit at work.
Hold on. 3 months we've been together, I get nothing from you. Do me a courtesy, okay? I'm not trying to convert you.
I'm what's called a pessimist.
Okay, what's that mean?
Means I'm bad at parties.
Let me tell you, you ain't great outside of parties either.
I think the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming, stop reproducing, walk hand in hand into extinction.
Yeah, he's definitely not an optimist, is he?
What's the point of getting out of bed in the morning?
Obviously my programming, and I lack the constitution for suicide.
Wow.
3 months, I don't hear a word from you, and...
You asked.
Yeah, and now I'm begging you to shut the fuck up.
I got a bad taste in my mouth out here. Aluminum. Ash.
I got an idea. Let's make the car a place of silent reflection from now on. Listen, when you're at my house, I want you to chill the fuck out. Don't even mention any of that bullshit you just said to me.
Of course not, Marty.
So I'm writing down names because I'm notoriously bad with them.
What about him? What do you think?
Not sure, really.
Smart. Aloof. Doesn't care about making friends. He's got a real mind for it.
Oh, I thought you was talking about for the press conference.
All right. You're still lead, and you do the briefing tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I skate? I got some names from Vice, Frost Farms.
You want me to go with you?
Nah, just something to do.
What was that? I can't decide what I think of him at the moment.
Looking to get some information on a woman. Maybe you know her.
We'll take 2 large Long Island iced teas, please.
So is this guy's daughter dead, or is he just estranged from his wife?
About 5'5", blonde.
Gee, I don't know. We see a lot of girls like that around.
Annette, go get a couple more drinks from the bar, will you please? You get pills pretty easy. Relax. I want some.
Speed.
No. Quaaludes. I don't sleep.
Interesting. He obviously does.
Oh.
Hey, Lone Ranger.
Oh, it's her.
Dreaming.
Oh no, never mind. It just looks like somebody that's not.
Bad one yesterday. Just couldn't sleep.
You had that woman from Erath? Missed you the last couple days.
Oh, shit. I got a shower.
Dora Kelly Lang, prize for shoplifting, possession, and solicitation. She's got an ex-Charlie Lang who's doing 8 in Voiles for bad checks.
I cannot remember all of that. I hope it wasn't all relevant.
We got ligature marks on the wrists and ankles. It's bound by a 1/2-inch rope, maybe 10, 20 hours. Evidence of vaginal intercourse. Toxicology hit for lysergic acid and methamphetamine.
It's crystal and LSD.
Well, the crown, for lack of a better word, the horns of deer antlers. Again, no prints on anything.
Ideas what any of this means?
I don't know. It's all primitive.
Does scream like occult stuff, doesn't it?
This place is like somebody's memory of a town, and the memory's fading. It's like there was never anything here but jungle.
Stop saying shit like that.
Given how long it's taken for me to reconcile my nature, I can't figure I'd forgo it on your account, Marty.
They seem to be quite different, don't they?
You get any sleep last night?
I don't sleep. I just dream.
A cult. I don't know if this shit is anything but crazy.
That's what I said.
You believe in ghosts?
What do we say about silent reflection?
I take it that his daughter's dead then. I don't know if that was her.
Is it the Fondo girl?
Who? Why would you ask that?
Went missing around here years back. Just thought maybe it's her.
You know where the family lives?
Couple streets down.
Is that the girl? Oh, Lord.
No, sir. It's not.
I want to ask y'all something. Y'all think maybe this have something to do with those cats?
Can I ask you something?
Oh, God.
Any of these look familiar to you?
Now, that looked like something my old auntie taught us how to make when I was a tyke.
What are they?
Old auntie told us that they were devil nets. You put them around the bed, catch the devil before he get too close.
That's interesting.
Now, that's all we got on the Fontenot girl.
Well, there's nothing in here. It's just possible report made in error.
Now, that was 5 years ago. Ted Childers was sheriff back then.
10-year-old girl goes missing, that doesn't go statewide.
I believe Ted knew the family, and the feeling was little girl's better off with their daddy. Mom seemed to agree.
What the hell is this?
Little girl said a green-eared spaghetti monster chased her through some woods. Now, we had her work with a sketch artist, and she told us that looked exactly right. Now, you want to call in the APB on that, you go right ahead.
Listen, boys, I'm gonna have to call a time out, make a beer run.
Well, why don't you hold off on that for a while?
I'll take a sixer of old Milwaukee or Lone Star, nothing snooty.
Nothing snooty.
Because it's Thursday and it's past noon. Thursday is one of my days off. My off days, I start drinking at noon. You don't get to interrupt that.
He's definitely not looking quite as put together as he is in the past, is he there? So clearly something has happened.
Appreciate a little hustle up on that.
I mean, clearly something has happened. Because otherwise there wouldn't be a show.
Our investigators have several leads, and hopefully we'll have a suspect for you in custody soon.
Let's talk about your ex, Andelain.
You want to talk Dory? What you said I done now?
She got a habit?
Weed, meth, juice, name it.
She called up here for you not too long ago.
And she ain't make no fucking sense.
What you mean she didn't make sense?
Like she could duck hunt with a rake. Hi, yeah.
Okay. What?
Talking about she met a king.
Oh, God. Crown.
What Dory do?
Dory's dead.
Wow. He actually looked pretty shocked, didn't he?
So you want to talk the whole case through or just the end?
No. Whole story from your end, you don't mind. You know, like he said, files got ruined.
Okay.
But what he didn't say is that this is about something else. One in Lake Charles, maybe? Get the details out of the paper.
Well, let's hear your story first. See how it fit with what we got.
Talking cold. What about that dinner you mentioned?
Yeah, well, that dinner, that was a bit later. You can't barely stand up. You don't drink with me or the boys. And you gotta get a load on before you visit my family.
No, Mark, it's not like that.
Is it because he's got kids?
I don't drink because I've had trouble with it before. I didn't mean to. Sitting there, I couldn't think of a good reason not to. Usually I can.
Bless him.
Well, Rust, it is so nice to finally meet you. Sorry it took so long. I said your life's in this man's hands, right? Of course you should meet the family.
I've never fired my gun.
Have you fired your gun?
Audrey.
Yes.
You shot people?
Macy.
Dad's never shot anybody.
Well, that's good. You don't want to shoot people. I was on the robbery squad in Houston until '89.
Oh, be right back.
Do you like your job?
Not exactly. I'm good at it.
You're not married?
Once. Not anymore.
Children?
One. She passed.
Oh, God.
Marriage didn't last long after that.
Sorry.
Kristen was on the phone for you. Something about, CIA.
Excuse me.
Of course.
Seems like she's got more information out of him than he has in the last 3 months.
What was that? What are y'all talking about?
Your job. What do you know about him, Marty?
Not a lot. Uppity.
You ever ask him about himself?
Baby, trust me, you do not want to pick this man's brain. What was that?
That's some details on the CI.
That was his out, wasn't it?
Thank you for dinner, Maggie. This looks great.
My pleasure.
Need to go or what?
No.
No, it's nothing. Can't wait till tomorrow.
What happened between me and him don't have nothing to do with Dora Lang.
Oh, God.
I worked with Russ Cole for 7 years. People change, relationships change.
You stay in touch?
No.
Did he go off with his wife or something?
He was a good detective. I can say that because it's the truth. But why am I talking about dinner? Y'all want to walk through the Lang case? This other stuff, what's going on?
Sorry. We just heard some stories. I'd like to understand this process.
You guys can guess the bars pretty good today.
Up your ass, Cole. Why don't you do your own fucking leg work, you rat fuck?
Okay.
Say it again with me.
Hey.
Fuck you, taxman.
What about you two? Did you get anything today?
Not much, sir.
You might know the Reverend Tuttle. He runs our statewide charity drive.
We've been discussing the viability of a task force to investigate crimes with an anti-Christian connotation.
Do what? Really?
Yeah, I didn't think this was going to go over well.
I don't need to tell men of your positions, but there is a war happening. Thank you for doing your part.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
He is not even attempting to fit in, is he? Not that he necessarily should, but just, like, observing.
At the
depositions.
Oh, great. Let's just find a place to talk.
Your victim was Dora Lang, but you all checked on Marie Fontenot. Why?
She had an uncle who lived nearby, and we call it intuition.
The dolls in that cabinet are a little bit freaky.
We wanted to ask you about your niece, Marie.
How much could you put on one family? I asked the Lord. We try to get by. Lynn Strokes was her daddy.
We had heard that Marie ran off with him and she wasn't really missing.
That's what Debbie said.
See why? Where's the dead ass?
What are we going to find in here? What have we found? Oh, he's getting out his notebook.
Inside on the floor on the right.
I don't even know if I want to know. Oh.
I don't know what that is. I haven't looked in there since the police first came.
It's one of those things.
A place we carried the kids out.
Eventually, sure.
So what does she look like? That one in Lake Charles.
So are they investigating a case that's similar to the one he...
Can you, tell us anything about that, Mr. Cole?
Yeah, it looks a lot like the one from 95, but, well, you knew that already.
You were off the grid for 8 years, right?
Show back up here 2010.
My question is,
How could it be him? If we already caught him in 95. How indeed, detectives?
I figured you'd be the one to know.
Okay.
Didn't start asking the right fucking questions.
That was really, really good. And the reason I was laughing at the end there wasn't because I thought anything was particularly funny, but just his face, like that attitude he was giving them then. It was just, I don't know, I just thought it was quite funny. But yeah, okay, so I want to say that was quite a slow episode, or rather it was setting up a lot of stuff, but it kind of wasn't slow. It didn't feel slow, but it wasn't like particularly actiony, which is fine. I'm enjoying the pace of this. Obviously, that was giving me a lot of information. You know, setting up characters, setting up the situation. But it's going to make me think about that until I watch the next episode now, which I don't actually have time to do today. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. I'm intrigued already. I want to know more. So basically what I'm gathering from this episode, and some of the stuff I'm going to say is probably quite obvious, but I'm just going to kind of go over what I know so far. So Rust, who is played by Matthew McConaughey, is a detective who's from Texas, and we found out that he is estranged from his wife, probably divorced, and his daughter is dead, and he's an alcoholic. So there's obviously, I mean, we obviously don't know why or how his daughter died, whether it was like a murder or if it was just an illness or an accident or whatever. But obviously there's a lot of pent up stuff there. I mean, as there would be regardless, wouldn't there? He's obviously very clever, but he's also quite odd. Quirky, I think would be the word. And I feel like already, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, like, well, actually, no, that's a lie. My thought on this has changed while watching this episode. At the beginning, I did wonder if they were trying to get us to think that he had done the murders. Like, Rust, I mean. Just because of his quirkiness. And that could be misconstrued as being more than just quirky. He's actually, I don't know, a psychopath or something. But yeah, by the end of that episode, I think not. I don't think that's where we're going with this at all. But he's definitely a character. It's really interesting. And I love his partner as well. The guy, Marty. He's very funny. He's obviously just fed up with his shit, basically. And I do wonder, I actually think I might have mentioned this during the reaction, whether Rust ends up having an affair with Marty's wife, just because they seem to be getting on really well at that meal. But that's based on literally nothing. Well, and the fact that clearly Marty and Rust have fallen out in the future. But yeah. And also I did catch as well when that woman came through with the files. I can't remember what she said it was, but she said something, and then Marty said, oh yeah, let's take them into this room to have a look at them. I did think then, I wonder if that's more than it seems. Because that would then give rise to the fact that the wife could be doing that as well. I don't know, just kind of thoughts. May have no bearing on anything at all. It may have just been they were going to look at these documents, but I guess we shall see. But yeah, I don't think there's much more I can add, to be honest. Very interesting that the main case is obviously branched out into the little girl that's gone missing. And I'm assuming there's a lot more girls that have gone missing, judging by what he said at the end there, when he asked if they wanted to hear about when they found all the girls or something. Maybe I misheard that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, so if you've enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.